If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for watching today's video. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that watches these videos. It's certainly very nice to see you back. So today I do have a fragrance line that is very hyped. It is on every single social media platform that I've seen. It's very popular because it does have a affordability to it. It's also known for being dupes of other fragrances out there. So I do have some of those fragrances today. I wasn't able to get my hands on all of them, but I do have the Finery collection here, or Finery, or Finery, or whatever you want to call it. It's not spelled correctly, just so you do know. So I am very much able to read, but it's not grammatically spelled correctly, but I'm assuming it's Finery. And these are the ones that I do have here. I have 5 of them that I went to go to Target to pick them up. I actually had to go to a couple of different Targets to pick some of these up because the one that's closest to me only had 2 of them. They did not have the ones that everyone wants to review, which is the Not Another Cherry. And there's a pink one that I did not pick up just because it kind of smelled like a bubblegum Victoria's Secret type of body spray, and I was like, yeah, this is not on brand for me. So anywho, I do have them here. I'm going to review them, and we're going to kind of go through each one of them to see what they kind of smell like. Do they smell like anything good, or do they absolutely stink? Let's see. So the first one I have here is Jungle Santal. It's a very nice bottle. Just so you know, this is what the bottle looks like itself. It is glass, although they do look like plastic when you put them on your shelf. They are very nice looking bottles. They aren't ugly by any means. They're pretty easy on the eyes. And the lid itself, yeah, it's a cheap type of plasticky, something that you would find on a body spray itself. And the sprayer is a nice, matte black metal. So they did spend some money on this. These do retail for $27 US, or I believe they're $27.50 to be exact. Just a quick note, I did actually open all of these, and their boxes are not the best quality. I don't know if it's just me and I'm not able to open a box. That's probably what's going on, but absolutely every single one of these are ripped except one box. And I was very surprised because I was trying to be very delicate so that they would look good for today's video. Just a little bit on the box itself, it does say the name of the brand there. It does say the name of the fragrance itself. These are 2 fluid ounces, or 60 mils, just so you do know. It doesn't have anything at the top, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because it would be ripped and ruined anyways. This one in particular is made in Mexico. Based on the notes, this fragrance has papyrus, wood, Indian cardamom, as well as black oolong tea, which is a type of green tea, I believe. The experience is supposed to be a lush and steamy air of an exotic and sultry rainforest. So it's supposed to smell like a rainforest. We know that nice, I guess, humidity. Humidity's never nice, but it's nice to think that someone out there thinks that humidity is nice. But the fragrance is not bad. It kind of smells very generic. The Santal in here is very nice. So the sandalwood in this fragrance is very good. It's very creamy. It's very well blended. It's well made itself. The oolong tea is good in this one as well. The papyrus is also good in this fragrance. But overall, I mean, it's not a bad fragrance. It doesn't smell terribly different. It kind of smells like a nice, luxe type of candle, or like a nice body spray, or something that you'd probably find at Express or Abercrombie & Finch. Nothing wrong with that. It's just, nothing too special. It doesn't smell like anything out there that, I would particularly want to buy. And what I mean by that is it doesn't smell like it's a dupe of any other fragrance itself. So this one's an all right. This is a pass for me. I would say that this is a nice, easy wearing fragrance. I mean, if you want to, travel with this and, have something you can spray on a 5-minute basis, by all means do it. Just so you do know, the longevity on these is pretty good. I was actually very surprised that they last anywhere from 5 to 6 hours, or maybe even longer on some of them. Some of them I actually sprayed on my coat when I tried them at Target, and I could still smell them the next day. And I was like, wow, that's fairly impressive, because I have some pretty expensive fragrances that don't do that. The next one I have is I'm a Musk, and this is what the bottle looks like. It is very nice. It's a frosty glass bottle. Again, it has some information at the bottom. It has some information at the front as to what the fragrance is all about. The box for this one is the only one that did not rip, and this one is, like I said, for I'm a Musk. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and it's supposed to smell like fluffy musk. I didn't know musk could be fluffy, but that's nice to know. Cotton, blossom, creamy sandalwood on it as well. The scent experience is supposed to be a blissfully floating through a daydream. So I'm assuming it's going to be very light, very airy, very clean. Let's take a look. Also another black sprayer on this one. The sprayer is actually not bad on these. It's not the best, but it's not bad. And this one, this one also smells, I don't know, this one kind of gives me vibes of like a hair mist, as if that makes any sense. It's kind of like a combination of a lot of things that I've smelled. So it kind of smells like Valentino's, Born in Roma. It smells a little bit like Flower Bomb in here, but it smells like something that Margiela would launch. So what I mean by that, it smells like it would be a replica scent. So, that replica comes out with On a Date, Sailing Sunday, By the Fireplace, those type of fragrances. This could actually be rebottled and put into one of those fragrances, and it actually would fit right in probably. I'm not throwing shade at that fragrance line itself. It's just one of those fragrance lines that tends to be a little too overpriced for something that they shouldn't be too overpriced for. But, that's everyone's choice as to what you want to spend your money on. But yes, this one, like I said, would fit in there. It's not bad. It's clean. It's musky. It's going to say what it says it does. So it does actually come off as to what the fragrance description says. So it is like floating through a daydream of some sort. It is a fluffy musk. It's all that kind of things. It's kind of like a nice rain cloud floating over a basket of laundry, if that makes any sense. But it's a good fragrance, so definitely check it out. Let me know what your thoughts on this one are. The next one I have is Before the Rainbow, and I do have my little water card here, and this one smells good. I do like this one. It's a tropical, aquatic type scent to it, but it smells synthetic. And what I mean by that, it kind of smells like Max Aquatic, and it's not a bad scent itself. Like I said, it's also another glass bottle with the label on it as well. Like I said, this itself, I could do without. They could just ship a bottle like that, or have made the spray a little bit more interesting looking on its own. This plastic crap, I'm not sure why they put it on it, but I get it. It's aesthetically pleasing. They should have made it matte or something, I don't know. But it is nice. The actual notes on this, and these are not notes. I mean, I'm assuming they're just, what they want it to smell like. It is salty air, bergamot, and tree moss. Not a bad, fragrance profile. It does smell like what it says it does. It's also supposed to be a sensual experience. The refreshing and calmness of after the rain calms. So very nice. This one has a little bit more air as to a lot of different fragrances. It smells like that blue Bulgari fragrance for women. It also smells a little bit like Acqua di Gioia. It smells also kind of like Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana, or actually this smells almost identical to Dolce by Dolce & Gabbana, which is that green bottle with the little flower on it, but the original one, the one that they first launched, which was a little flower topper type of fragrance that they actually came out with back in 2014 or 2013. So very nice fragrance. It's not bad. Like I said, this could be wearable. These are all typically considered to be unisex as well, just so you are aware, but this one is the one that I would say out of the ones that I've tried, this one and the green one are the most unisex in this range overall, because the rest of them fall a little bit more feminine. The next one I have is Sunforia, and this is what the bottle looks like. It's a very nice looking color of a bottle. It's like an orange. It looks like sunscreen. It's a nice fragrance. Like I said, this one itself is very reminiscent. Sunforia is very, 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 very reminiscent of this guy here. This is not the one that they're actually trying to go after. I think they're trying to go after Soleil Blanc and not Eau de Soleil, but definitely you can see the resemblance in these two. The difference mainly being that this is not so perfumey as Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc or Eau de Soleil Blanc, which is a little bit more perfumery type of, old school, traditional type of ladies fragrance. This one is a little bit more you know, beachy, it's more tropical, it's a lot more fun, it's a lot more sunscreeny as well. So it's a little bit different to Soleil Blanc, but it's definitely inspired by Soleil Blanc, and I can certainly see this being everyone's favorite when it comes to summertime, like Soleil Blanc was, and you cannot beat the price of it. So if you really like Soleil Blanc and you don't want to spray your whole bottle during a vacation, I would certainly get this one, and you're probably going to get a very similar result to Soleil Blanc. And the last one we have is Sweet on the Outside, which is this bottle here. This one's the one that looks the most expensive, the most luxe and premium out of all of them. It's kind of like a dark maroon type of bottle that's, you know, kind of hinting at purple. This one has the same information listed on it as well. The scent experience for this one says a hypnotic and delicious veil of smoky vanilla. It's supposed to have vanilla, tonka bean, and vetiver in this one. So very nice note breakdown. It's a little bit lackluster because it's something that we've probably smelled before, but we can certainly give it a try. This one smells like vanilla. It smells like a little bit of cedar wood is in there as well. It smells like there's a little bit of ylang ylang, maybe some jasmine's in there as well, or orange blossom. You can certainly smell the vetiver as well in here, as well as the tonka bean, because it has that sweet smelling to it. This one does not smell like a dupe of anything else. It just smells like one of those very generic type of fragrances that you would find, you know, at Bath and Body Works. Not a bad one. I do think that it's very yummy, it's very creamy, it's very sensual, but it's nothing special. It's not anything that's going to make the room turn around and look at you, but you will smell good. So if you want to have something that you can wear on a daily basis and not waste your expensive perfume, and you like vanilla and you like tonka bean and you like vetiver, by all means, go and get this one as well. They are all pretty nice fragrances overall. To me, the winners in this collection would probably be these three guys, which is the Santal Jungle, and then we have Before the Rainbow, as well as I'm a Musk. These are not, like I said, anything super unique, not something that's super, you know, wowza, but they are fairly nice. This one also kind of gives an air to Neroli Portofino. Not necessarily one-to-one, just so you are aware, so you're not going to get the exact same thing that you would get with, let's say, a Dossier fragrance. But they are nice fragrances overall to try out. These three are the ones that I would recommend personally. The other two are a little bit, you know, plain Jane. They're a little generic, and they're a little bit, you know, too sweet for my taste, and I don't really care for sweet synthetic fragrances. But there's nothing wrong with any of these fragrances overall. Go ahead and smell them. The nice thing about these fragrances is that you're going to be able to find most of these guys at Target, and they are actually going to have testers for you to try out. Like I said, there's a couple of other ones. There's a pink one, and then there's also I'm Not Another Cherry, which is supposed to be, I'm assuming, a dupe for Lost Cherry. When I find those fragrances, I will certainly test it out and, you know, put it head to head with Lost Cherry by Tom Ford. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this collection of fragrances. Have you tried any of them? Are you willing to try any of them? Which ones are you wanting to smell? Which ones are you not wanting to smell? Let me know all that information down in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you on next time's video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.